Hello, my dear friend, seeker of light on your path. Tell me, have you ever felt it? That moment when you're striding forward, reaching for your dreams, for your truth, and then suddenly, as if from nowhere, a tempest hits? An inner storm so fierce it threatens to sweep away everything you've built. Your faith, your resolve, your very hope. Do you feel that crushing weight on your shoulders, that fog clouding your mind, your heart clenching with the raw, visceral premonition of defeat? Does it sometimes seem as if all the shadows, all the negativity, all the forces of your old self have conspired against you, whispering that your higher, wiser self, that divine spark within, is about to be utterly consumed by the darkness of doubt, fear, old habits, and the insidious voices that hiss, "Give up, it's useless. You're not strong enough." In moments like these, doesn't it feel as if the very fabric of your reality is tearing apart? As if you're standing on the precipice of an abyss, and one more gust, one more stumble, will send you plummeting into the depths of despair? You watch, almost as an outside observer, as those lower desires, those phantoms from your past, those cunning whispers of your inner critic, gather in almost monstrous strength, and your own fire, your own passion to fight for your soul, for your highest aspirations, seems to dwindle, like a stream drying up under a scorching sun. Is this it, you wonder? Is this the end of the line? Are you truly weaker than these ghosts? Is your dream of a better life, of a profound connection with yourself and the world, just a beautiful, heartbreaking illusion? But wait. Pause for a moment. Breathe. I want to share a profound, perhaps even paradoxical truth with you. A secret whispered down through ages by sages and mystics. A truth so easily overlooked in the chaos of our daily battles. This truth is your unbreakable shield and your shining sword. And it is this: as long as your innermost I, your deepest core, your sovereign free will, does not say yes to the darkness, you are the victor. Even if your entire being is trembling, even if your emotions are raging like a hurricane-tossed ocean, even if it feels like you're already 1 foot into enemy territory, as long as your inner command center, your will, has not capitulated, you remain standing tall in the ranks of the warriors of light. This, my friend, is the grand deception of the shadows, to make you believe in your own powerlessness. They paint vivid, terrifying pictures of inevitable defeat. They whisper insidious lies about the futility of resistance, all so that you, yourself, will voluntarily lay down your weapons and surrender into their cold, empty embrace. But you must understand, this is merely an illusion, a mirage, a cunning trick. Your free will is a sacred gift from the universe, an inviolable sanctuary, an impregnable fortress within you. No external forces, no inner demons, no temptations of the world, however alluring or terrifying, can make you do what you truly, deeply do not want to do. Imagine this: the entire world, all the legions of darkness, could lay siege to this fortress, battering its walls, screaming threats, offering bribes. But only you, and you alone, hold the key to the gate. Only you can give the order to lower the drawbridge. Without your consent, they are utterly powerless. Your freedom of choice is your most sacred responsibility and your most astonishing power. Even when you feel broken, weakened, like a warrior battered and bruised after a long and brutal campaign, remember this: the decision, the ultimate decision, always rests with you. Your conscience, that quiet, persistent voice of spirit within, will always, always affirm this truth. So, do not seek excuses for your perceived weakness. Do not blame circumstances or others. Instead, the more ferocious the attack, the more fiercely you must gather your inner resolve, the more incandescent your determination must become. Never, do you hear me? Never retreat from this decision to stand for your light. In these crucible moments, declare to your very soul, as a great commander rallies their troops, stand firm, be courageous, be strong. And when you hold this position, this unyielding stance of your will in favor of light, in favor of your highest nature, then and only then can you begin to effectively wield your spiritual tools, your luminous arsenal. The first and foremost of these instruments is a living, vibrant, heart-to-heart connection with the source of all being. Call it God, the universe, higher power, divine mind, whatever name resonates with your soul. This is your prayer, not as a rote recitation, but as an intimate dialogue, a passionate appeal to that power, which is infinitely greater than yourself. Inspire yourself with words of ancient wisdom, words that have echoed through centuries, words that make your spirit soar. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Though an army besiege me, my heart will not fear. Though war break out against me, even then I will be confident. Feel how these words or others that speak to you fill you with an unshakable strength, how they straighten your spine and ignite a fire in your heart. It is not my bow that I trust, nor my sword that saves me, but in God we will boast all day long, and your name we will praise forever. And then turn to those inner adversaries, those shadowy parts of yourself, and declare with conviction, your terror I will not fear, nor will I be troubled. The Lord of hosts, him I will sanctify. Let him be your fear, and let him be your dread. Trusting in him, I will abide, and he will be my sanctuary. If you gather your forces against me again, you will be defeated again. And whatever counsel you devise, the Lord will unravel it, and whatever word you speak against my light, it will not stand. Now the second step, inspired by this renewed connection, is like the tactic of a wise warrior. When the enemy presses too hard, an experienced fighter sometimes takes a strategic step back, not in retreat, oh no, but to find a better vantage point, to aim more precisely, and to strike the enemy in its very heart. So too you must gather your scattered thoughts, withdraw into the sacred silence of your inner sanctuary, humbly acknowledge your human limitations, your inability to single-handedly quell this internal tempest. And it is precisely from this place of humble strength, from this profound realization of your need for aid, that you turn to the all-powerful source. With fervent faith, perhaps even with tears welling in your eyes, call upon divine assistance against the passion, the darkness, the pattern that assails you. Arise, O Lord, help me and deliver me for your name's sake. Contend, O my source of life, with those who contend with me. Take up shield and buckler. Arise and come to my aid. May those who seek my soul be disgraced and put to shame. May those who plot my ruin be turned back in dismay. Call upon your guides, your angels, the benevolent forces of the universe. Divine Mother, guardian of my soul, do not let me yield to these shadows or be overcome by them. My guardian angel, shield me with your protective wings from these piercing arrows of doubt, and with your sword of light, strike them down and drive them far from me. Persevere in these heartfelt invocations, remain in this stream of connection, and you will witness swift assistance. You will feel an invisible hand steadying you, a palpable light dispelling the gloom. But here, my friend, lies a crucial nuance, a third principle you absolutely must grasp. Your inner adversary, that shadow aspect, is incredibly cunning. It knows the immense power of such a sincere connection with the source, and it will do everything in its power to sabotage it. How? It will attempt to sow seeds of resentment, doubt, bitterness, even anger towards life itself, towards God, towards the universe. Why did he, she, it allow this to happen to me? Why must I endure such trials? Why me, of all people? This grumbling, this victim mentality, is a subtle poison that severs your connection to the source and renders you deaf to its guidance and aid. The moment you detect this life-denying, spirit-denying movement within you, a feeling of being wronged by the very fabric of existence, rush to re-establish within yourself the sincere and unwavering conviction that the source of love tempts no one with evil. Each of us encounters challenges, yes, but these challenges often grow from the soil of our own past choices, our hidden desires, the seeds we ourselves have sown, consciously or unconsciously. Therefore, the fourth step is to take an honest, unflinching look within. Journey back through your recent actions, your prevailing emotions, your dominant thought patterns. Where were you careless? Where did you allow yourself a little too much indulgence in something that didn't serve your highest good? Where did you ignore that quiet whisper of your intuition, that gentle nudge from your soul? You will likely discover that it was from these seemingly small lapses, these unexamined moments, that the present inner storm was born and gathered its terrifying force. Your inner saboteur, that part of you that resists growth, will try to shift the blame onto God, onto life, onto other people, while artfully concealing your own complicity, your own oversights. Your sacred task, then, is to justify God, meaning to see the higher purpose, the lesson, the opportunity for growth even in the midst of trials, and through courageous self-reflection, to strip away this flattering but ultimately disempowering veil of self-deception. Expose your own contributions to the situation, not for self-flagellation, never that, but to see the truth, to acknowledge your patterns, to identify your specific areas for growth. And with this repentant heart, this renewed understanding, this commitment to do better, return to your prayers, to your affirmations, to your conscious connection with the source. And then the help that is always, always available, always ready to pour forth, especially in such moments of sincere seeking, will surely come. And then when the inner tempest subsides, when the first and most ferocious assaults have been repelled, the battle doesn't end, but rather transitions into a different phase. It's no longer an emergency firefight, but a methodical, dedicated process of strengthening your inner fortifications, of purifying your inner landscape, of cultivating your virtues and uprooting your vices. This is what the wise ones call the invisible warfare, the daily, even hourly, dedicated work of the soul. Understand this, my cherished friend. The path of transformation is rarely a smooth paved highway. It is the path of the warrior, the journey of the hero in your own personal myth. And on this path, there will undoubtedly be moments when the darkness seems especially thick, when your strength feels utterly depleted. But it is precisely in these moments that you grow the most. It is by navigating these inner chasms, by facing these internal dragons, that you earn your wings. Perhaps you're asking, but what if I still fall? What if, despite everything, I succumb to temptation, to despair? Listen closely. Stumbles and falls are part of the human experience. We are all learning, all growing. What matters is not how many times you fall, but how many times you find the courage, the tenacity, the sheer grit to get back up. Every fall, if you extract the lesson from it, if you allow it to teach you, becomes a stepping stone to greater wisdom, to deeper strength. Don't condemn yourself. Instead, extend to yourself the same compassion you would offer a beloved child who has lost their way. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and rejoin the ranks. Recommit to your unbreakable choice for light. Reconnect with the source. Do not be afraid of these inner battles. They are, in fact, a sign that you are truly alive, that you are growing, that you are actively striving for the light. A barren, lifeless desert knows no storms. Storms rage where there is life, where there is potential, where there is an irrepressible urge to blossom and bear fruit. So what can you do right now, in this very moment, as you hear these words? Take a deep, conscious breath in and a long, slow breath out. Feel your body, your presence, right here, right now. Then gently turn your attention inward and ask yourself with radical honesty, what is the greatest fear, the most persistent temptation, or the most challenging pattern that is currently hindering me from becoming the person I am meant to be, the person I yearn to be? And when you see it, when you name it, don't run from it, don't shrink. Remember your indomitable will, that sovereign power within. Look that fear, that weakness, that pattern right in the eye and say, with quiet conviction, I see you. I understand your old tricks, but I choose light. I choose strength. I choose love. I choose growth. And then, my friend, take one step, just one, however small, in the direction of your light. It might be a heartfelt prayer, a powerful affirmation repeated with feeling, a small act of kindness towards yourself or another, a conscious refusal to indulge a destructive habit, or simply a decision to hold on to hope for just 5 more minutes. You are not alone in this sacred struggle. Billions of souls throughout history and across the globe are walking or have walked similar paths, facing similar challenges. And above you, around you, and most importantly, within you, there is an infinite, loving, empowering intelligence, always ready, always eager to lend its aid. All you need to do is open your heart, make your choice, and ask. Remember, always remember, you are a child of the universe, a unique and precious spark of the divine flame. Within you lies an unlimited potential for growth, for healing, for love, for joy, for profound contribution. Do not let temporary storms, however fierce, obscure the eternal sunshine of your true nature. You are stronger than you think. You are wiser than you realize. You are loved more deeply than you can possibly imagine. Go forward, my brave friend. Fight for your light, and know with every fiber of your being that every victory you claim over your inner darkness is not just a personal triumph, but a victory for all humanity, another beacon of hope lit in this world. Your transformation is not just possible, it is your destiny. Your healing is not just a dream, it is your birthright. Your radiance is waiting, yearning to break forth in its full, magnificent glory. I believe in you. Now it's time for you to believe in yourself with that same unwavering faith.